Hey, and welcome back to my program. Wrote a column this week. It's up on the website right now, and it's entitled The Demise of Entertaining Politics. Politics just isn't fun anymore. Now, I say that by being an observer like most of you. I do it in the media, watching it very closely. And I was a public official in the state of Louisiana for over 28 years. So I've seen the highs and the lows, the good times, the bad times. And I would submit to you there ought to be some enjoyment in it. If you don't enjoy politics, then you must be in there for your own self-interest or some other agenda. It just doesn't make sense. And I'm finding that it's just not fun. There's no retail politics anymore. When I was running statewide, I would crisscross my state going into every fair and festival. We had the Watermelon Festival, and we had the Strawberry Festival, and we had the Pecan Festival. Every single item we grow down here in the deepest of the deep southern states, we had a festival for. Obviously seafood and crawfish and shrimp and oysters, and had a hog festival down this way. They picked the Hog Queen, funny title, but taken very seriously down here. And when they did that, the politicians showed up in vast numbers. You'd always bring a convertible in your parade, throw candy. You know, we throw everything down here in Louisiana. We don't just have a parade and if you're in the parade, you don't throw something. So you'd throw candy and little doubloons, and you'd throw all kinds of things like that. And then you'd go out and shake hands. I never ride in my car and walk along the crowd and shake hands with everyone, and go to the barbecues and go to every Chamber of Commerce meeting. And it was just part of the enjoyment of politics, quite frankly, both from the candidates' point of view as well as the potential voters' point of view. They enjoyed seeing the candidates there, making the stump speeches, having some fun. They don't do that anymore. And the reason is all driven by money. Money, 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 the mother's milk of politics, raising the campaign dollars and then throwing out TV ads and direct mail and a massive media flow. And all you do is raise money. I think that's very unhealthy for the system. It happens in my home in Louisiana, happens in your state, wherever you happen to live. And it just doesn't make good common sense, in my opinion. We can do a heck of a lot better than that. Also, in getting after the campaign is over, it used to be that you would fight for your principles, fight hard all day long. But when the sun went down, whether you're Republican or Democrat, you often got together. State legislators would get together in the evening. Someone would cook or barbecue. You drink a few cold beers, and maybe you say, hey, you get to know each other, share some experiences. They did that in Washington for years, where you would, after hours, have a drink. The classic story, of course, is Ronald Reagan, who disagreed politically with Tip O'Neill, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. O'Neill was a Democrat from Massachusetts. Ronald Reagan was president. And after they would have their differences during the day, Reagan would call up, say, Tip, come on over. And they'd pop a drink and visit, tell old war stories, and get to know each other and find respect for each other. And they were able to put together legislation that made sense, that didn't compromise someone's principles, but got something done for the country, something I don't see happening now, both in Louisiana and throughout the rest of the country. Political parties are becoming obsolete. The fastest growing demographic in virtually every group are the no-name parties in some states. It's the independent party. Many states have independent parties. That's the fastest growing by far. People are just turned off by Republicans and Democrats. One of the reasons is that extremes have taken over both political parties, extreme spectrums. I've read somewhere, one Republican consultant said, you got the myth that you don't win if you're not crazy enough to win. Well, I'm not sure that's fully true, but there's no doubt about the fact that extremes have taken over the parties. A lot of more moderate voters say, to heck with this. We want some reasonable compromise where people work together for solutions that make sense, that help us all. And I don't like either party, so they're going more independent in their way of thinking. And so working across the aisles with opposing legislators shouldn't be that big a deal, but it is in Louisiana and many other states. And what we're finding is the thrill is gone. It's just not there anymore. And it should be. It should be interesting. It should be fun. You'll have to be out there with the candidates, drinking coffee and shaking hands and building a bond that was so important to our founding fathers when they created this country. I hope we get back to that. I don't see it in this election, but maybe after a shakeup takes place in the years to come, we'll reach down to a middle ground that makes more sense for America. And that's the focus of my column. Hope you'll read it right here, and I hope you'll listen to my radio show this weekend. Take care.